From Hollywood, the Jack Benny Program. With Jack's special guest, Rod Serling. Brought to you by the Careful Drivers, Careful Buyers Car Insurance Company, State Farm Insurance.
Hey! Yeah? You notice what I've been noticing?
What do you mean?
Look at all the State Farm auto insurance stickers. Man, they sell a lot of insurance.
My State Farm agent tells me they insure more cars than any other company in the business.
You with State Farm?
You bet.
How about that save $10, $20, $30 or more business?
Well, I'm saving a nice piece of change by being with State Farm. I don't know why you wouldn't. And boy, what service they can give you. Do you know that they have over 8,000 full-time agents all over the country? And more claims people in more places than any other company.
Well, right to the white line, will you please?
They tell you don't give up a thing to get State Farm's low rates. I believe them. Hey, that was the last one. I wonder how it looks.
Hello, Mr. Benny's office. No, I'm sorry he isn't in yet. All right, I'll tell him. Goodbye. Hello, Mr. Benny's office. Yes, that does sound important. Maybe you better talk to Mr. Benny about it. Mr. Benny, it's for you.
Who is it?
It's your publicity man.
Oh, I better answer that. Help me down, will you? Hold my squeegee. Hello? Well, why can't we use that color picture? Oh, gee, it's beautiful. I mean, it shows up my blue eyes and everything. My hands are too red? Miss Gordon, we'll have to change that detergent. Well, all right, I'll have another one taken.
Mr. Benny, I know you own the building, but it's so embarrassing having you wash the windows.
What?
Well, last week a policeman saw you on the ledge, and for 2 hours he tried to talk you out of jumping.
I know.
Well, why didn't you tell him you were just washing the windows?
Oh, I don't know. He was passing me cigarettes and fruit. It was a lot of fun. Well, I better finish working. Oh, by the way, did my writers get here?
Oh, yes, they've been working in the other room there for hours.
Ah, good. Oh, I think I've done enough window washing for today. Hey, what happened to my bucket? Oh, it must have fallen down. Well, I'm going to get out of these overalls.
Oh, here's some of the pages of the script we was working on.
The second joke is mine.
What's the difference?
Only 2 pages? You've been working for hours.
Well, you see, we're used to working with a pencil, and we can't get used to the typewriter.
What do you mean?
Well, every time it rings the bell, we get up and answer the door.
Well, you better go on back in there and keep on writing.
Oh, all right.
The second joke is mine.
Well, Miss Gordon, I think we can answer some mail now. Huh?
All right, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mr. Benny's office. Oh, yes. We're on the 10th floor, room 1007. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Who's that?
Mr. Rod Serling.
Oh, good, good.
Is that the Rod Serling of Twilight Zone?
Yes. And not only that, you know, he wrote Requiem for a Heavyweight. and wrote a lot of wonderful dramatic shows.
Yes. Well, why is he coming here?
Well, you know, for a long time, I've been wanting to get some writer with intelligence, you see, to work with my writers.
Yes.
No, I really, I met him at a party the other night, Rod Serling, and he promised me he'd come over and work with my boys and, you know, give them a little class. You know.
Well, have you told Dickens and Shakespeare yet?
No, and gosh, I don't know how to bring it up. I hate to hurt their feelings.
Well, how can you hurt the feelings of two guys that use an electric fan to slice salami?
I guess you're right. Have him come in, would you, please?
Yes? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there was somebody at the door.
There is. Mr. Benny would like to see you.
Heidi, come on. The boss wants to see us.
I'm making a sandwich.
Well, shut off the fan and come in here.
Now, fellas.
Oh, I see you got the pages.
Yes.
The second joke is mine.
That's not what I want to talk to you about. Now, fellas, sit down, will you? Sit down.
After you, Heidi.
Oh, no, after you, Victor.
Oh, no, after you, Heidi.
Sit down! Now, fellas.
I'll go in the other office.
Oh, I thank you, Miss Gordon. Now, look, fellas. I don't know how to say this. Really, what I'm trying to say is...
You don't like the second joke?
No. This has nothing to do with it. Look at it. Now, look, fellas, we've been together for a long time, haven't we?
That's
About
right.
18 years, right?
That's right.
And we've got along very, very well. But there comes a time when even the best of us, you see, needs help. Like, for instance, Gilbert needed Sullivan. You know what I mean?
We not only know what you mean, we knowed it for a long time. But we didn't know how to tell you.
Tell me what?
You need a partner.
Now, wait a minute. I don't need a partner. You need a partner. Now, it's all right to write this kind of comedy, but you should write it with a little finesse, a little intelligence. Now, that's why I've hired Rod Serling to come in and write with you.
Rod who?
Rod Serling. How can you be in this business and not know the man that writes these wonderful television shows?
Oh, yeah. He's the guy that wrote that there fight picture.
Yeah, the wreck of a heavyweight.
That's Requiem. Wreck.
That's right. The W is silent.
Oh, shut up! Well, anyway, fellas, he's going to work with you.
Well, we ain't exactly in agreement with you that we ain't got no class. But if you think so, you're the boss. Come on, Heidi, let's go. After you, Heidi.
No, after you, Victor.
Oh, no, after you.
Get out of here! If they ever learn how to endorse their paychecks, I'm going to fire them. What is it, Miss Gordon?
Mr. Serling is here.
Mr. Serling? Oh, send him in. Good. Good to see you.
I'm awfully sorry to be so late, but it took them 20 minutes to bring me to.
Bring you to? What do you mean?
Well, as I was entering the building, I got hit on the head with a bucket.
Oh, that's a shame. Did you bring it up with you?
No, why?
Oh, nothing. Well, anyway, Rod, I'm sure glad that you're willing to come over here and work with my writers.
Well, Jack, I've been doing drama for so long, I thought it might be a good change of pace for me to try some comedy.
Certainly, of course. Listen, Rod, I told them all about you. They're in the other room working. Go right in, introduce yourself, and I think you'll love working with
I'll
them.
get started then.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. You'll love it.
Mr. Benny,
Yeah.
would you like to sign these letters now?
Oh, sure, fine. I'll sign them. Right now. Here's one. Jack Benny. Jack Benny. Yeah, I like that name. Jack.
I do, too.
I'm glad I took it. Jack Benny. Sounds good. There we are.
That's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. What happened? I mean, why did they throw you out?
Well, Jack, all I said to them was what was Mr. Benny's motivation of his character, and they thought I was calling you a communist.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Look, fellas, if you don't understand a certain word, ask him what it means before you throw him out. Rod, go back in there. It'll be all right now.
I hope so, Jack.
Go ahead. Don't worry. I bawled him out. It'll be all right. Poor guy. First he gets hit in the head with a bucket, and my writers throw him out.
Oh, hi, Jack.
What do you want to see us about, Mr. Benny?
What, Dennis?
What do you want to see us about?
Oh, well, what I want to see about this is really very, very important.
Yeah.
Now, you know, for a long time, I've been wanting to elevate the quality of my program, you see? So from now on, you'll have better acting, better scenery, better scripts.
Better salaries.
Better salaries. Never mind. What I'm trying to do is upgrade the whole show.
Would it help if I sang with a rose in my teeth?
Dennis, will you stop with the jokes? I'm serious. You know who's in the other room working with my writers?
Who?
Rod Serling.
Rod Serling.
Rod Serling.
Yes. You know, it wouldn't hurt to have a college graduate associated with this show.
What do you mean a college graduate associated with your show? I happen to be a graduate of the University of Colorado.
You are?
Yes, I have a BA and an MA.
I have an M.A. too.
You have an MA?
Yeah, she's home cooking.
Dennis, that's just the kind of stuff I'm trying to get away from.
I don't blame you. Her food's awful.
Look at fellas, do me a favor, will you? Go on home, and as soon as we have the first script by Rod Serling and the writers, I'll send for you.
All right. So long, Jack.
Rod who?
Oh, excuse me a minute, Jack.
Yeah, what?
I was just thinking, you just said that you wanted to elevate the quality of your show.
That's right.
Well, it's a coincidence, but Dennis and I have been working all week on a commercial that'll fit right in with your plan.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, sir, and I know you like it, Jack.
Well, then let me hear it.
All right,
Again,
come on,
let me hear
man.
From an opera.
Okay.
Real high class.
State Farm Insurance for any kind of car. There's 8,000 hometown agents, Joe. Each one may save you dough. Che col tro insurance for
Just wonder. Look, at tomorrow, be sure and do it for the director once.
All right, Jack. Goodbye. We'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you later, Don. Cheer up. What's the matter? What happened now?
Jack, collaborating with those guys is impossible. While they're working, the radio set's on, the television set is blaring, one of them sits there coloring a comic book, and the other one's cracking nuts.
Well, who's putting down the joke?
Oh, the short one, he can type with his toes.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Look, Jack, I know I promised to help you out, but I'm afraid I can't go through with it.
But, Ron...
No, really, Jack, no kidding. I can't work with these crazy, impossible things that make up a comedy show. I have to work on characterizations that are thought out, plots that have a point, drama that has a point as well.
Oh, I suppose you're going to tell me that stuff you write for Twilight Zone makes sense.
Well, I think it does, Jack.
Oh, yes, some say. I can't understand what it means at all. I don't think there is such a place as Twilight Zone.
Oh, look, Jack, certainly there's a Twilight Zone. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Look at it. The Twilight Zone it's a place of imagination, a land of shadow. To reach it, you write a dream. To enter it, you need only your imagination.
Well, those are beautiful phrases, but they make less sense than what those guys write in there. Well, we both made a mistake, huh? I'm sorry.
Well, Jack, no hard feelings?
No hard feelings.
Okay,
Rod.
Jack.
I'll
Go
see you
on.
again
Right.
soon. That bucket must have hit him harder than I thought.
What's with Rod Serling?
You know, I can't tell you. You know how you misjudge a person? Now, he thinks that my show is silly and that his stuff makes sense. He tries to tell me there's a place like Twilight Zone. Well, I got to tell my writers that he's not going to work with them anymore. Hey, fellas! Put away that salami! And turn off the fan! I'll tell him tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to go home now, Mr. Benny. Could I give you a lift?
No, thank you. It's such a nice night. I think I'll walk home.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Miss Gordon.
Good night.
I can't get over it. An intelligent fella like him trying to tell me that there's a Twilight Zone, a thing, a place. I don't know. Oh, well. Gee, I'm tired. Can't understand it. I've been walking around for hours. I'm not even home yet. I must have made a wrong turn somewhere. I don't even recognize the place. Where am I? Oh, here comes someone. Oh, Mister. What's going on here anyway? Where am I? Oh, there's a sign. Twilight Zone. I mean, what's happening here? What's going on? Oh, for heaven's sakes, There's my house right over there, right across the street. Yeah, I must have had a dizzy spell. Guess I washed too many windows today. Gee, I'm tired. I've been walking around for hours.
Just a minute.
Huh?
Peddlers are supposed to go around the rear.
Oh, stop joking, will you?
Oh, mister, I can't let strangers in.
What are you talking about? You work for me.
What are you talking about? I work for him.
Him?
What seems to be the trouble, Rochester?
This man's a little confused, Your Honor.
Your Honor?
Yes, I'm the mayor of this town. As a matter of fact, they named it after me. I'm Mr. Zone.
Zone? Twilight Zone?
You can call me Twy.
Well, look, Twy, there's some mistake here. This is my house.
Your house?
Yes, it's my house. It belongs to me, Jack.
What's the matter?
I forgot my name.
It's pathetic.
Pathetic? No, that isn't it. No, my name is Benny. Benny.
Which is it, Benny or Jack?
Both.
Benny Jack?
No, my name is Jack Benny. Jack Benny, I'm on television.
I've never seen you on television.
For heaven's sake. Rochester, tell him. Who's the greatest entertainer in America?
Nat King Cole.
You're fired.
I don't even work for you.
Now look, for heaven's sake, what's going on here? I'm Jack Benny, I tell you, and this is my house.
No, mister, take it easy. Rochester, call the professor of psychiatry at the university.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mister, I want you to take it easy, sit down here, and tell me, why do you keep thinking this is your house?
Now listen to me. This is my house, and you're going to get out of here, or I'm going to call the police.
I came right over as soon as I got your call.
Dennis.
Hi. Who is this guy?
I mean, who is this guy? You know me. Tell him who I am. Tell him I'm Jack Benny.
He's Jack Benny.
How do you know?
He just told me.
Dennis, you know me.
I never saw that face before in my life.
You quite sure, Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
He's not a doctor. He's a singer. He loves to sing Irish songs.
Yeah, that's right. I do like to sing.
Go ahead, Dennis, sing. Sing an Irish song for him. Sing When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. I'll show you. He's a tenor on my show. Sing. I'll prove it to you. Go ahead, sing Irish Eyes Are Smiling.
Okay.
When Irish eyes are smiling,
Don't you want to hear more?
No. Now, wait a minute. You guys aren't fooling me. You're trying to drive me crazy. That's what you're trying to do. You know, they did that once to Ingrid Bergman in a picture. But you're not going to do that to me. You know, you're not going to drive me crazy. You're my tenor, Dennis. And you're Rod Serling. And my butler works for you. And I'm Jack Benny. And that's my violin right over there. That's my violin. There. See?
But that's not a violin.
What do you mean that's not a violin? It's mine. I'll play my theme song for you. Listen.
Why'd you stop?
I broke a string.
Strings on a trumpet? It's a clear case of schizophrenia.
Me?
No, the trumpet. Obviously, it thinks it's a violin. Lay it down on the couch and I'll talk to it.
Oh, cut that out. That does it. You win. I am crazy. My butler works for you. My stupid Irish tenor is a brilliant psychiatrist who sings bass. My violin is a trumpet. And I'm Ingrid Bergman. Help! Help, Jack! Help, Jack! Help! Jack, help! 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 Help!
Well, he's gone, but he'll be back. This is his house. He belongs here. Anybody who claims to be 39 years old, as long as he has, is a permanent resident of the Twilight Zone.
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
New Jell-O with fresh fruit taste. It's the freshest, finest tasting Jell-O that ever was. And that means everything you do with Jell-O from now on is going to taste even better, from the first bite to the last. Oh, you'll know it's still Jell-O by the wiggle. We've kept that. New Jell-O is in season and ripe for picking now. Pick some. Another fine product of General Foods.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now that I'm out of the Twilight Zone, I want to thank Rod Serling for being my guest. And if I can stay out, I'll be seeing you next week for Jell-O.